It's great to meet you, Mr. Bane. We're really glad to have you interviewing today for the company. You know, we've really been looking for a strong man kind of role. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself to get started?
Well, I hate bats. Um, I fitness is very important to me.
Oh.
Um, I'm going to crash this plane.
Can you tell us maybe recount a story or a time when you tried to take over a previous city? How it went?
Yeah, yeah. Your resume
Yeah,
says you once took over Gotham,
yes,
but then
Gotham
you.
City, protected by the Batman.
Well, we don't
I
have a
broke it.
Batman. We only have a
Mr.
Spider-Man.
Mr.
I
Mr.
Tell
broke
us
the
how
Bane.
that
bat.
went. It says here that you had the city for quite a while, but at some point you seem to have left, or the city just was
Yeah, yeah. Well,
reinstated.
I want to know about that part as well.
I broke the bat. That is all you need to know.
Like the baseball bat,
The Batman.
the Batman. Okay, we have a Spider-Man. How do you
Bruce
feel about
Wayne is the
spiders?
Batman.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Bruce Wayne is the Batman. Bruce Wayne.
We don't care about the Batman. We're not in Gotham. This is New York City, sir.
All
So
we
so
did
we,
was
we see you have a
Two-Face.
specialty in removing
Don't you
aerial
know?
pests. How do you do with
Commissioner
eight-legged?
Gordon.
Oh,
Let me read this speech that he wrote. Every
Mr.
day,
Bane. Mr. Bane, could you tell us a time where you were faced with an adversary and you were able to overcome it?
Yes, yes.
do you see my mask?
what do you do, Mr. Bane?
Yes, yes, I see
Yeah,
it.
we see your message. Is it a COVID protocol?
No, it can't come off. My face is all mangled under here. I'm protecting some child from these mercenaries in a cave.
Wow, that must have been quite the harrowing experience. You know, we're really glad to really invite personnel with
He
diverse
shows a
backgrounds.
lot.
Mr. Bane, Mr. Bane, tell me what is your
One at a
biggest
time,
weakness?
please.
What is your biggest weakness, Mr. Bane?
My biggest weakness is this fucking man.
Can you give us an example of when you improvised and thought creatively?
You see, when I crashed the plane,
I knew it.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Mr. Bane, how many tennis balls can you fit into a limousine?
there are many different types of limousines. Is this a Hummer limousine or a standard wedding limousine?
We're only talking about Hummer limousines here, and it's not really
Hummer.
tennis balls; it's bombs. We're asking for how many
Yes.
bombs you can fit into.
well, really
yes.
grenades, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
but we can't write that down in the interview. That looks suspicious to the government, apparently. Um,
How many grenade-shaped tennis balls could you?
yes, yes. That. Thank you, Joshin, for asking it in a productive and reasonable way.
Well, I'd have to say more than two, but less than 1,000.
Mr. Bane, what are your biggest strengths?
My biggest strength is my fucking traps, bro.
Out of all the candidates, why should we hire you?
Out of all the candidates, why should you hire me?
Correct.
You know, when I was dealing with Bruce Wayne, I had to think on my feet a lot. I think my ability to improvise sets me aside from others.
Mr. Bane, could you tell me what you like to do outside of work?
Yes. What are your hobbies? Please let us know your fucking hobbies.
Well, clearly I lift weights. That's a given, right?
Do you
let's
consider
see.
yourself successful, Mr. Bane?
Have you seen my fucking traps, bro?
No, Mr. Bane, would you say if you were on a majority villain, super villain led curling team, would you be an asset or a liability?
Yeah.
A curling team? As in the Olympic curling?
Of course.
I've always wanted to try the sweeping they do.
Yes. Especially-
Describe your dream job to me.
The flight
Okay,
line only takes
okay,
a
it's a
to
dream
Pavel.
job.
Describe your dream job to me, Mr. Bane.
My dream job. Let's see. I'd probably be working in some kind of sewer. Perhaps storming Blackgate Prison.
Oh my god.
Mr. Bane, in this specific position, you'll be managing a team of 50. Could you elaborate more on your leadership?
They're all criminals, Mr. Bane. They're all criminals.
Oh, once again, one of my specialities. That's what I did in Gotham.
Mr. Bane, can you give an example when you of how you dealt with unruly, insubordinate underlings?
Yeah, like do you have issues with coworkers and how do you handle that?
Oh boy, where do I begin? This one time, my subordinates brought the police back to my lair, so I killed them.
And how did you
I'm
deal
sorry,
with
wait,
that?
you did what to them?
So I killed them.
Those traps to come in handy.
What makes you unique? What makes you Mr. Bane?
I don't know, my voice, my mask, my traps.
There you go. You know what? I like this guy. He's
The
hired.
trifecta.
Wait. Do you have any questions for us?
Yeah. Do you have any questions for the Ponzi scheme? That's not a Ponzi scheme, by the way. You're not allowed to go around telling people that.
Gosh. I have some questions.
Can you
First of
speak
all,
up, Mr. Bane?
I have some questions.
Oh, okay.
Do you feel in charge?
I'm not the one in charge. That'd be Joshin.
And this
Yes.
gives you power over me?
Well, considering that I've called us all here for this interview, yes, I think it does.
Interesting. These are quotes from the movie. I'm not sure if you realize. I'm quoting the movie here now.
we realized, Mr. Bane.
I'm making sure.
But we're asking you. You're asking you seriously. Do you have any questions for us?
Are there health benefits?